Hey guys, so if you've never been to Tucson before, one of the places you got to visit, hands down, is A Mountain. It's in the center of town, right across from downtown, and amazing views of all of Tucson, amazing hikes, and some really cool stories about the A. And that is where we are headed now. We are gonna go hang out on that A and get up close and personal. So here we go. Oh yeah. As we're coming into Tucson here, that's downtown on your right, you see that peak on your left? That's A Mountain. That's where we're going. See the big A up there on top of the mountain? That's the A, that's A Mountain, and that is where we're going. Okay, and of course before any hike, you always gotta make sure you got your gear with you, right? I always have a backpack. It's got some water in there, because you never know how much water you're gonna need, so always better to have more. Then I've got like a little first aid kit in here. I've got a snake bite kit in here. Can't forget the trail mix. You just never know when that hunger's gonna set in. Bug spray, suntan lotion, essentials. Another tip that you might want to keep in mind that a lot of people don't think about is when you're putting on your bug spray, don't forget to get the top of your ears. You know how sometimes you get those sunburned ears? Put them on the top of the ears and also on the back of your neck. A little bit toasty today. I don't know if you can see that. 106. Yes, indeed. Oh boy. Oh, sweaty there. Yes, indeed. A Mountain in the summer. Nothing like a hike up A Mountain to say it is officially summer. I love it. Yes. A little bit sweaty. And when you get to the parking lot at Sentinel Peak, on the east side of the parking lot, there's a path. You might see it right there. That goes up to this really cool street art, street mural. And in fact, I just recently did a video on it about the rare street art, hidden gems in Menlo Park. So you might want to check that video out. I'll include a link to it in the description. And then also on the front side of A Mountain is the Mission Gardens murals, which is also in that video too. So really cool, like street art. If you just happen to be over here for the day and you want to do something else after the hike, some great art in the area. So check out those videos too. Yeah, man, yeah. It's like about 20-25 minutes to the top, just kind of depending on your pace. And about another 20-25 minutes down. So you can do the whole thing in about an hour. It's an awesome hike. It's a great day for it too. Just make sure you got your sunscreen and your extra water. Okay, so we are at Sentinel Peak Park. Got some park rules there, some hours of operation, Tucson Parks and Rec. A Mountain, this is literally one of my favorite places. I am so excited to share this with you today. We got a great walk ahead of us. It's gonna be awesome. And the views from the top, spectacular. Stick around, I've got some cool facts about A Mountain, how the A got here, and some awesome views and some cool tips too. So let's do it. Sentinel Peak Park, City of Tucson, Parks and Recreation. It is official. Starting our climb up the hill. So what's really cool about this hike, there's a couple ways you can do it. There's a paved road, and you can also take kind of like the more mountainy, rugged hike. So it just kind of depends on what you like to do. I'm gonna show you both, and if you see behind me, that's downtown Tucson right there. Can you see it over my shoulder? Pretty cool. So you get a view of downtown Tucson pretty much the whole way going up. And let me just show you what it looks like from this vantage point. Downtown Tucson. That right there is A Mountain, and the A is on the other side, so we're coming up the back side of it. This is the paved road. You can also go up this way too. There's all these like dirt paths, and there's some great views from up there too. So anyways, make sure to bring lots of water, some sunscreen, all that good stuff. It's pretty warm today. This hike is, I think it's like maybe 2-ish miles. I usually do this hike in about 45 minutes to an hour, full circle. So like from car back to car. And so there's some cool stuff that we'll be able to see along the way. But just wanted to kind of give you a general overview of where we are. We got some cool stuff ahead. Really looking forward to getting up on the A at the very top. Gonna have some cool information about how the A got there. It's been a while, and also some great views from up there. So look how far we've already come. Pretty exciting. Sentinel Peak stands as a testament to the enduring connection between the Tohono O'odham people and their ancestral lands. So A Mountain, as we now know it, is really important to them. This peak served as a lookout point for the O'odham people, allowing them to monitor the surrounding areas for safety and to protect their communities and resources. The strategic use of the mountain underscores its role in the daily and defensive life of the O'odham people. Whew. Good thing I brought that water, huh? Okay, so I'm about halfway up the hill now to the peak. I am on the south side of the mountain. And you may see around me and behind me a bunch of saguaro cactus. They just had their season where they bloom the beautiful blooms, which is the Arizona state flower. It only happens once a year. It's typically in May, June, and it looks like there's still some left to bloom here, but most of them have already bloomed. But good news, I did do a video about the saguaro blooms just a couple weeks ago, so I'm gonna put a link to that here and in the description if you would like to check it out. The flowers are absolutely beautiful, so it is definitely something that I would recommend checking out if you get a chance. So I have hiked this mountain hundreds of times, and I love it up here. Great views of the city, but one thing that I saw up here one time that was really cool, which was out that way. So out that way, it's a little bit hazy, but those are the Santa Rita Mountains over there. And there was a time that I was up here where I got this really cool video clip that I'm gonna include right now during monsoon season, where you could see out towards the Santa Rita Mountains from basically where I am right now. And you can see that cool lightning strike. It's all dark and moody and super rainy. Monsoon is awesome. It happens usually starting mid-July, goes till like early October. I think it's usually about how that works. But we get a ton of rain. The storms can be a little creepy and a little scary, but they're kind of awesome too at the same time. So I just thought I would share that with you because I'm in that spot. You can see some great stuff from up here on the way up to the peak of A Mountain. Here's another cool fact about how the A was built. The construction involved hauling basalt rock from a nearby quarry using 6-horse teams and mixing mortar with water, transported up the mountain. Perhaps even the same way, although I would imagine that the road wasn't paved like this at that time. The A itself was whitewashed on March 4th, 1916, marking its completion. So the idea for the A originated after the University of Arizona football team defeated Pomona College on Thanksgiving Day in 1914. Observing that Pomona had a large P on a hillside, University of Arizona student and football player Albert Condren suggested creating a similar symbol to celebrate the victory and boost school spirit. And that's how we got the A. Here's another cool thing too that happens up here on A Mountain. So right behind me on the hillside there, there's nothing there right now, but at Easter they put up this massive cross. I think it's like a 250-pound cross. From up there you can see the whole city, and it is absolutely beautiful. They do it at Easter. The cross stays there for a couple days, and they do a mass up there too. So it's a really cool experience with amazing views. Another cool thing about A Mountain. Okay, so we're coming up almost to the top here underneath the A. I want to say I've been walking about 15 minutes maybe at a pretty normal pace, but I want you to see as we come around the bend here before we get to the bottom of the A, that's well, those are some trees, but right past those trees, there we go, that's downtown Tucson. In fact, let me zoom in a little bit there. So that's downtown Tucson right there, Catalina Mountains. And then as you come around the corner here, this is where we are almost to the A. Oh, and here's another interesting thing. So you see down there, that open piece of land, that's where we were at the very beginning of this video. So just to kind of give you a frame of reference of where everything is. But anyways, as we come around the mountain, as you can see, we've got some beautiful views here. You can see all of Tucson, and in a second, I'll give you an idea of like where all the basic cities are. But today's star of the show, me? No, not me. Star of the show. Yeah. Can I get a big round of applause for the A? Because there it is. There it is. Oh, the crowd goes wild. So that's the A. And as you can see from this angle, it's kind of like, is that an A? It sure is. And what's cool is to think like where we stand right now, so many people in the city, I mean, can see us. So in a second, we're gonna run on top of it. So, but wanted you to see the beautiful A from here too. Isn't that awesome? Check this out. Talk about a great view that A has, huh? Awesome. Pretty cool, eh? Get it? So here it is. Now we're gonna take you up there too. See what it's all about. We did it! So here we are sitting on the A. Wow, it's an amazing view from here. I'm gonna turn the camera around and show you guys the view too. I just wanted you to see. Isn't it amazing to think all these rocks over 100 years ago were hauled up the side of this mountain. I could barely haul this rock up the side of the mountain, let alone the tons of rocks that the 6-horse groups did. Those horses. I mean, that's amazing. But anyways, we've got a killer view from here, so I'm gonna turn this camera around so you guys can see what this looks like. You're probably sick of looking at me by now, right? So here we go. Looking out from the A to Tucson. Okay. Isn't that cool? Another kind of neat thing is that the A has been painted a couple different colors over the years. Right now it's white, but in 2001, after the September 11 attacks, it was painted red, white, and blue in a show of solidarity, which is pretty cool. And more recently, in 2020, it was painted blue in support of the healthcare workers during COVID-19, which is really cool. Okay, so as we mentioned earlier, construction began in 1915, was completed in 1916. And the University of Arizona students under Condren's leadership cleared this area of vegetation, dug trenches for the foundation, and built this A using locally sourced basalt rock. Now here, you'll be really surprised by this. The total cost of the materials, equipment, and the transportation, don't forget those cute horses working all themselves to get that stuff up the hill, all of that, the total cost was $397. $397 to make this happen. That's amazing. So today, the A remains a symbol of school spirit and pride for the University of Arizona, where traditions like A Day, where incoming freshmen repaint the A before a home football game. Okay, so you can see the A behind me. What I'm gonna do now is walk around the side here, and as you can see, now we are on kind of like dirt trails and such here, but we're gonna go around the backside here, and I'm gonna show you the view from the absolute tippy top of A Mountain. And on the other side of the mountain right there, we have one of the ghost bikes, which I'll include a video for, that I did a little video for here, which is in honor of those bicyclists who have met tragedy. And so I'm gonna include that little video here just so you are aware of what ghost bikes are. And also just to keep in mind how important it is to keep your eyes out for bicyclists, and if you are a bicyclist, to take care of yourself. So yeah, the ghost bikes serve as a really good reminder of if you are a bicyclist or you're a driver and you are in an area where bicyclists may be, which is all over Tucson or Phoenix for that matter, just to keep your eyes peeled for bicyclists, because bicycle safety is really important. And the way I always equate it as a bicyclist myself is that I am like this little water balloon. I mean, just a little bag of water basically. And a vehicle is tons, like literal tons of sharp metal. And not to be negative and weird, but this is just what I have in my head when I'm thinking about bicycle safety. Like, I'm just a little balloon, water balloon, bopping along. And if all of a sudden 2 tons of metal came flying at it, well, that's not good. So yeah, the ghost bikes serve as a really good reminder for bicycle safety for everyone. So please keep that in mind. And it's also really nice to know that people who have passed away, that it wasn't in vain, and that message will carry on, and that's everything. So keep that in mind. Almost there, right? I sure hope so. So on the walk to the top, you actually won't see a lot of wildlife here. Just FYI, in case you're not from the area. I mean, there's wildlife on the outskirts, but it is at the edge of the city. And like I said, I've hiked this hundreds of times, and the only wildlife I've ever really seen here is my buddy, the Roadrunner. And I haven't seen him today, but it's the same one. He's always here because he usually hikes with me. You could probably tell that I was a little bit busy today. Maybe he was intimidated by the camera and the lights. Or not. But anyways, that's my buddy Jack. And I do have a photo of Jack somewhere, so I'm gonna dig that up and put that here. But my buddy Jack, keep your eyes open, you might see him on the climb up to the top. All right, the moment we've been waiting for. We're coming up to the very, very tippy top here. This is the actual peak right here. And we are above the A now at this point. And big reveal. Oh, beautiful Tucson. There we are. Oh, I love it. Hey, and I'm the only one up here. So, pretty cool. There she is in all her glory. Here atop the A. If you Google University of Arizona A Mountain, Tucson, you'll see this, and this is the top of it, so check it out. There it is. Pretty high up there. But wanted you to see it, because you don't get up here every day. We did it! Yes! Got all the way to the top of Sentinel Peak. A Mountain, Tucson, the oxygen. Just finally getting some. Or something like that. You get the point. Yes. Sentinel sweaty here. And when you figure the elevation of Sentinel Peak is barely 3,000 feet. That's only a third of the way up Mount Lemmon, but as you can see, that third, that almost 3,000 feet, it's a workout. And I highly recommend doing it. If you're looking for some good exercise, definitely come up here, burn some calories, it's awesome. Okay, and just to kind of give you a little frame of reference and orient you, we're looking at downtown Tucson. Over that way, where that helicopter is coming from, is the Catalina foothills. Ooh, let's see if we can see this guy. Maybe he can see us. Should I do the whole Angela Lansbury, Jessica Fletcher wave? Gonna. Are they waving back to me? That looks like a no. Okay, as I was saying, downtown Catalina foothills, super nice area over there. Out that way is Oro Valley, just to the west of the mountains there, like in the foothills. And then going out that way is Marana. Down here, we've got Menlo Park, and then of course back to downtown Tucson. And now on this side of downtown Tucson, you got downtown Tucson again. University of Arizona is right back there, and then way out that way, this is all Tucson and city of South Tucson. We got Vail way out that way, and then way out that way, over by the Santa Rita Mountains is Sahuarita and Green Valley. And then right down here, we've got Star Pass, which is There's some beautiful areas here in Star Pass, but just wanted to give you kind of a general idea of what's up. To give you an idea of where we came from, can you see that little parking lot right over there? See, who needs CapCut graphics when you got your own hand? So that's where my car's parked, and we came all the way up the mountain, and then we went around the backside of this big parking lot up here, around the whole side, which you can't see, all the way up. Whoa. Don't fall down the mountain. All right, take two. Came around the backside of this parking lot here, came all the way around the side of the mountain, and then, sorry, I got a big bush in my face. Dang bush. Silly bush. Okay, so came up the side of the mountain and then got up there to the peak, right? So now coming back down the mountain, and I think that was like either the Michael McDonald version or the Cher version of coming around the mountain. Anyways, wow, focus. Okay, so coming back down the mountain, you can see I'm gonna go down these paths, cross through that parking lot, go down that paved road back to the parking lot, and actually from here you can see, whoa, that zoom's working. That's the oh nope, that's somebody's house. Sorry guys, hope there were no nude sunbathers there. There we go. That is the Save the Saguaros really cool art installation that I helped to paint, and as you can see, it's just that little trail that you take to the parking lot right there. Can we see my car? Whoa, there's my car. Anyways, you get the idea. Oh yeah guys, don't forget, gotta make sure you got good footwear. I did a little post about these shoes. I'm coming down the mountain here, so pardon my lack of double focus. But yeah, whenever you're hiking, especially when you're on like gravel like this and stuff, now keep in mind I've done this about 3,000 times, so I do know what I'm doing, but be careful and make sure that you've got proper footwear. Let's see if we can get in there. You see those guys? So yeah, those are my Salomon hiking boots, and I love them. These, believe it or not, are about 3 years old. I did a little video on them. Let me see if I can find those, and I'll put that in here too, because I mean, you can see behind me, like, look what I'm coming down. It's pretty steep, and so to have the right footwear, you need it. Don't come on here with flip-flops. Don't even come on here with like gym shoes, really. When you're coming down steep trails and stuff, make sure you've got proper shoes. And these Salomon ones are really good. So, son, do we want to get a little bit of history or information here? What do we got? Oh, that's cool. It talks about the animals that come here. We got the javis, the woodpeckers, the rattlesnakes. I do have to say, I've never seen a rattlesnake here. Cooper's hawk, never seen the hawk here. Coyote, never seen the coyote here. And the roadrunner, that's my buddy Jack. Him I see all the time. So yes, there is wildlife here, but like I said, it's pretty infrequent. Ooh, cool. And for you history buffs, I thought I would toss this in. We got a placard here at the top. Parking lot, Sentinel Peak, a special place. And now I'm gonna read you every word of it. Psych, just kidding. But if you want to, let me see if I can close in here a little bit. You can pause it and read it on your own time. A lot of this I've actually already mentioned, but just wanted to include it for you fans of history in case you want to learn a little bit more about Sentinel Peak. Thanks for coming. Really appreciate you being here. Lots more to come, and hope you have a wonderful day, whatever it is that you're doing, and get out there and do some hiking, okay? Take care. See you in the next video.